This presentation is called Crafting Your Mission Statement. It is the foundation of creating your organization. If you do not have a mission statement, your organization is much more likely to be, frankly, inefficient, not quite understand where it's going, and truly be able to create those goals and objectives. The mission statement is the foundation document for an assessment plan. Mission statements need to be current and up to date. The purpose of this training is to increase your knowledge and skills needed to effectively create and revise your organization's mission statement. Training objectives. At the end of this workshop, frankly, you will be able to understand the purpose and importance of a mission statement, have the ability to create and revise your mission statement, and understand how mission statements can assist with assessment. So as you can see here, we have a pretty aggressive agenda, and over these next few minutes, I really want you to sort of take time to really think about what it is I'm trying to present. What is a mission statement? A mission statement sort of tells what exactly your program is trying to do. What are you trying to accomplish? You really need to get a sense of where it is you're going. Your organization was created for a reason. What is that reason? You need to have that spelled out. It should be firm, and frankly, it needs to be visible and known to every member in your organization. So what are some of those elements of a sound mission statement? Well, your mission statement needs to clearly state its purpose. You need to know what your primary activities are, and that's really critical for organizations, particularly organizations as they grow and they grow rapidly. For example, some organizations may start with basically doing task 1, but over time they may even have success, and so they take on task 2, task 3, and task 4. The problem is task 1 was their original mission. So over time, what's going on is they're starting to become so diffuse in their sort of activities that they're not at their core mission. So mission statements need to be living documents. So your mission statement should also indicate who your stakeholders are, and they should support the institution's mission. So for example, my Office of Accreditation and Assessment links directly up with the office that I report to, which is the Office of Academic Affairs. There are several common mistakes in mission statements. One, I've seen them where they're too broad. I can't state this clearly enough. Your organization has to have focus. You cannot be all things to all people. I have not seen an organization, any organization, from a company to a nonprofit to any kind of for-profit venture where you can do all things well. This is impossible. So you need to have a clear focus. So when it's too broad, that itself gives you a sign that you could be experiencing issues in the future. Frankly, your organization can't be too long or certainly be too short. But I've seen a lot of mission statements created, particularly when they're created in group processes, where instead of sort of deciding on what is important in the organization, every member of the organization sort of added their little piece to the pie or to the soup, and before you know it, you have this sort of amalgam that just doesn't sort of match, frankly. And so you need to make sure that the mission statement has the proper both length, not being too short, too long, and the proper focus. So it really has to get back to what are you here to do. And certainly do not make your mission statement confusing. Avoid jargon. Folks don't understand that. You want them to be as confident and comfortable as possible knowing what it is you're trying to talk about. This pre-assessment exercise is going to be found at the bottom of this, attached as a link to this particular presentation. So when you get a chance, please click on the link, and I want you to work through the pre-assessment exercise 1. And really what this gets at is helping you to develop your mission statement. So you really need to know, who are you? who are you, and be firm with that and be comfortable with that. What do you aspire to be? Who do you serve? And what's important? So again, as you go through this pre-assessment exercise, click on the link, fill this out. But let me explain to you how this works, how you can get the most out of this exercise. You should have as many individuals in your office working on this exercise, putting it together. And then this way, after you've all completed the same exercise, you both relay answers to each other. Those answers that continue to appear amongst everyone in the staff, you know that there's some consensus. However, it's those answers that are divergent, and particularly if after this exercise you have a lot of divergent answers, you certainly want to go back through the process of reevaluating what it is that is core to your mission. And you do want to be a little bit prospective, so you want to know what's sort of growing in the future. But really what you want to try and do from this exercise is reach consensus. As we move to exercise 2, I want you to click on the second link that says exercise 2. This exercise helps you sort of quickly format your mission statement. So you can see from the sheet, you can see what the blanks that you need to fill in. So I want you to take about 10 minutes to sort of go through this. Don't belabor the point. Go through the exercise and fill in the mission statement. Now finally, in exercise 3, again, this is the third link that's on this page. Feel free to open it up. Here's what's important about the elevator exercise. In this large organization, Kean University, it would be a mistake to believe that everyone knows exactly what you do. While you know what you do, and in fact, you probably think that what you do is important, each individual has their own particular set of expertise. They do not know exactly what you do. So, as you move through this institution, as you walk through this institution, you need to have your elevator speech sort of dedicated to memory, so that when you have those opportunities to promote your organization, you can do that. So work through the elevator exercise, but more importantly, as you develop your exercise, your talking points in your organization, your subunit needs to have talking points, so that as you go through this organization and someone comes up to you, a vice president, a dean, you can be able to sort of talk about what it is your organization does. And this way you stay on message. And I want to be important about this. As you create your mission, what you're doing also as you move towards your mission, this elevator exercise really helps you sort of control the narrative, as I like to say. You want to control the information that is out there about your organization. So if everyone in your organization has their talking points, understands what they're doing, your mission is firm, then you should be in a good place. So please work through this exercise. And again, what you want to do as I deputize you and sort of as you work through these exercises, you're going to go through and try and find consensus with your colleagues. After you've created your mission statement, I cannot state this with as much emphasis as I'm going to just through this microphone, these devices I have with me. You need to publish your mission statement. It needs to be somewhere public. It needs to be as visible as possible. So, for example, if you go into the Department of Public Administration, their mission statement is literally on their wall. You cannot miss it. If you go into the McNair Program's office, their mission statement also is on their wall. Your mission statement should be a part of most of your publications, and certainly any sort of document that becomes part of your annual reports, etc. With your mission statement, once you've created it, again, as you move towards, you have to train your staff. Make sure that they know what your mission statement is. And make sure that they can state it, that they are believers in it. Because this, when you get into organization where person A is doing something and person B is doing something and person C is doing something else, and you have people sort of working in the same area, but no one working with the same purpose, this is a problem. And this is how organizations quickly get lost. So really what I want you to do is you need to train your staff. They frankly should know it. You need to always constantly review your mission. And frankly, you need to protect your mission. Know what you are and know what you aren't. I cannot emphasize that enough. If you come to my live seminar, you'll hear me say, know your strengths and know your limitations, and be frank. And if your mission statement is to be a living document, something that truly helps you organize, it needs to be updated every 3 to 5 years. I want you to beware of success, and strategically embrace change. I think I just mentioned this in the slide before. Know who you are and know who you are not. You need to beware. So what happens is I've seen a lot of organizations where they'll initially have success. And, it's one of these things where once you become successful, you tend to get more and more work. And then you're no longer able to sort of move in such an efficient manner. And so then you become less successful. And so that's why I often say expansion is not always good. Your expansion, or as new activities are added, need to be incorporated into your plan, and particularly your strategic plan and activities, and they need to be consistent with your mission. And frankly, once you are at capacity and new duties are added, you really sort of have to reevaluate your whole matrix of activities, and you may have to de-emphasize certain activities and maybe even suspend or discontinue them. Frankly, you need to, if you're a leader in your organization, you need to be realistic with your new constituents. So let's say your organization is successful and you're working with a new office across campus and they want you to do something else and they want to add 2 or 3 tasks. What you have to do is make sure that their expectations are modified with respect to your organization. And more importantly, you need to know what your staff and your team can do and frankly what it can't. And that's how you can sort of limit mission creep. Because I see a lot of organizations, they'll start off doing task A and B, and then C and D get added, and then somehow someone runs across and gives you E. And so you spend all your time doing, C, D, and E, whereas your main task was supposed to be A and B. And of course, there's nowhere in your mission statement, your goals and objectives, where any of those tasks are listed or talked about or even measured. And that becomes, frankly, inefficient. So really beware of mission creep. I just want to thank you for listening to this workshop series. Please feel free to give me feedback anytime you want. My email address is rousel, ROUSEL @Kean.edu. I want to thank you for your time, and I hope that you can make it to my assessment series, which will be going on throughout the rest of the fall 10 and spring 11 semesters. And good luck on your journey as you improve your organization. Take care and have a great day.